home. O adorable Lord of mercy and love, salutations and prostrations unto thee. Thou art omnipresent, omnipotent, and omniscient. Thou art Satchit Ananda. Thou art existence, knowledge, and bliss absolute. Thou art the indweller of all beings. Grant us an understanding heart, equal vision, balanced mind, faith, devotion, and wisdom. Grant us inner spiritual strength to resist temptation and to control the mind. Free us from egoism, lust, anger, greed, hatred, and jealousy. Fill our hearts with divine virtues. Let us behold thee in all these names and forms. Let us serve thee in all these names and forms. Let us ever remember thee. Let us ever sing thy glories. Let thy name be ever on our lips. Let us abide in thee forever and ever. Amen. Welcome to Satsang. This is what's called the universal prayer. It's by Swami Shivananda. And it's the entire teaching. Like so many prayers, this also is the entire teaching. Okay. So welcome to Satsang. I had gotten into the habit of giving some people time to come into the waiting room and get centered, prepared for Satsang. And then those of you who come repeatedly got into the habit of coming late. So now I'll be in the habit of starting on time. I think. Early, on time, or late, I'm very happy to see you. Okay, your satsang. What is the inquiry?
I went looking for what I could bring, what could be exposed. And there is a wall. It's like a hiding from myself, a contraction. It's inaccessible, which I see means there's something there to be exposed. But I can't quite put my finger on it to bring a specific inquiry, so I bring this.
Yes. Yes. Have you seen the movie Truman Show? Remember in the storm? It's a great storm, yes? And he bounces up against the boundary. What is it? What is this wall, this boundary, the border? Hmm? Which side of this are you on? Huh? What does this wall, this dam, this boundary, what does it represent? Something you're hiding behind, something you are imprisoned behind? Hmm? Is it of your imagination? Or maybe the end of your imagination? Back in the day with the early seafaring explorers, it was commonly held, right or wrong, I wouldn't say, that the earth was flat. And towards the edge of it, they imagined all kinds of peril. Huh? And then what? To drop off the edge? Hmm. Where is for you, are you all inquiring? This isn't just for Krishna Priya, of course. Where does my mind, where does your mind stop? Where's the border of mind? In this moment, looking at me, imagine where does my mind stop and mind of Nataraj begin? What is this wall? Beyond which you think, I don't know? Is that it? Behind which you feel imprisoned? Maybe in the shadow of which you feel safe? Beyond which you feel unsafe? Yes, please.
The The word was exposed.
Exposed, yes. Exposed to what? Are you not already afraid? Does this boundary, this wall, this sense of protection, are you unafraid? No. This is called false refuge. This is true in mundane life, you know. We don't do a thing because we're afraid to do it. We're afraid to know what might happen. But the fear precedes even the contemplation of to do or not to do, doesn't it? Doesn't it? Don't you see this in your own sort of dreams and ambitions? Fully identified in the personality and the body, not a problem, of course. Don't you see this? The fear precedes even the contemplation to do or not to do. But then it's instantly mistaken. There's no such thing as fear of the unknown. It's not possible, actually. There is fear that is exposed in contemplation of I don't know. What you don't know, you cannot be afraid of. There's so many things happening around you right now that you cannot see. And you are not afraid because you don't know. Yes.
I noticed that I've moved out of inquiry now and more into logic. Something shifted.
You're looking for some answer? Is this what you mean? Some solution?
Just listening to you and hearing what you're saying went from like following it internally and being with you to something shifted. And then I was just like, okay, I logically understand what you're saying to be true, but I lost the trail of it within myself.
You see, so we are pointing from our own experience to develop in inquiry, by inference, patterns of what is already known by you. Right? So this logic points to the unseen. You see, all of spirituality must be practical, experiential. Otherwise, you're just here to learn something from me. You can go to church and do that. You shouldn't come to satsang to learn something. There's so many teachers, there's so many theologies, so many university courses. You can learn so much, there's no problem. But here we take what is known to know what can be known. This is inquiry, but it has to be grounded in your own experience, you see? So what I am saying is that if you can see in your mundane life that you are afraid to do things because you don't know how it will go, it does not protect you from the fear that is already in your false refuge of familiarity. Does it make sense?
Yes.
And now I'm saying it is also this way in the contemplation of the numinous, the intangible. That this boundary that you said in a way that was ethereal, we could say, this wall that you are hiding behind, that the fear precedes the contemplation of what is beyond this wall. And that this familiarity of hiding in the shadow of the wall, you are not unafraid. And it is not the contemplation of what lies beyond that brings you fear. The fear pre-exists the contemplation. And the wall is a false refuge. In fact, it isn't a safety at all, it's a prison. And it is a boundary, a false one at that, of mind. And so I ask you, where does your mind cease and my mind begin? Am I in your mind? Nothing to fear. Fear might arise. Are you in my mind? We let the wall dissolve. There's no problem. There actually is no boundary. Neither a beginning to you and an end of you and a beginning to me, nor a beginning of us and an end to us, nor a beginning to I, nor an end to I. Boundary is a concept. Boundary is a concept, a falsity. We are never apart. There is this concept, false concept, of my mind, and a false understanding that this, my mind, is private, that nobody can come in and I don't move out, that they are distinct. Does this bring fear? You see, the fear is the fear is the seed that creates the falsity of the boundary that you are hiding behind and afraid to go beyond. I remember exactly where I was. It was shown to me, came in that voice, you know, that voice. And it said, fear creates the monster. Not monster creates the fear. Fear creates the monster and builds the wall that you are hiding behind. Fear creates the hiding. Hiding creates the monster and the wall that you are hiding behind. Fear creates the monster. Hiding creates the wall. You've heard it said, king builds a castle and a moat. And installs guards all around, builds an army to protect his castle, yes? And now he cannot go beyond the moat. King is a prisoner to his own castle. I is prisoner to its own mind. It is unnecessary. There are two eyes, one born of fear, and in this confusion, this fear is also desire. born of confusion, all that is begotten of this I is that. There is another I that is born of love. These flow like two rivers simultaneously through you. And it is only by belief that it becomes what you call world or reality. Where does your I end? Where do you end, and where is it that I begin from your point of view? And if you look now out over the ocean and you see the extent, what you call horizon, that is visible to you, do you extend that far? Or is it only beyond the tip of your nose that there is it, you, and other? Is it the tip of your nose that's the boundary of you? Right now you're hearing the birds. Here, let me turn the sound different. Everybody can hear the birds now. Are the birds outside of what you call my mind? Or are birds in what you call my mind? Probably the common proprioceptive understanding is that birds are in space outside of you, chirping, sound carried one air molecule to the other. Hits your ears and the three bones in the ear and creates a vibration on eardrum that stimulates the nerve. And you say, I hear. Is hearing in the brain? Maybe. Or does your mind extend beyond your skull? A false boundary. Brain is not mind. Mind is not contained by skull. Yeah. Having been rooted in the familiar, we've had so much training about how sound works and how hearing works. It's all true in a way of being. But there's another kind of true that you don't yet know, that flows quite independently of the truth that you call science. It also is a science. This limitation, this boundary of I, it isn't a problem. But it also isn't true. Perhaps you could say the reason it isn't a problem is because it isn't true. Yes.
I think I noticed that the boundary is reinforced by resentment for it.
Yes. How wonderful. What a great insight. Yes. Yeah. So, a moment ago, this boundary was the container that provided you safety, and now it is the object of your contempt. Isn't it wonderful? And it's fine, actually, some contempt for it is actually a healthy progression. Because you see, it isn't your safety at all. It is your prison. I mean, it isn't that either, but, we come as we are, experience it, as we progress, as we expand. So what was the safety is now the contempt, the prison. This is like adolescence of the mind. Child grows up in a healthy family. Many of us, so many didn't have that experience, but anyway, dharmically, it's like this. You know, mother and father are God, magical beings, all-knowing. And then you come to see, they set the curfew and they set the rules, and you have to eat what's served at the dinner table, and now it becomes a prison. This is adolescence. It's good and healthy. It's normal. Well, this is adolescence of the mind. But the boundary is of your own making, actually, for your false sense of safety and now for your false sense of overcoming. It's healthy and good, so go ahead. All of these things, is everybody still with me? All of these things, even in contemplation, even navigating the ethereal realms, what it is you see reveals most importantly who it is you think you are as the experiencer of it. It is most binding when it is physicality, we might call it manifest in physicality of this body and that body, attractions and aversions. How you perceive world or worlds reveals your own sense of limitation, where it is you think you're looking from, in a positionality of I subject and other objectified. Even when these lokas, even when these realms, heavens, dimensions, hells also, are only of the mind in collaboration with contents of heart. Reveals where it is you are looking from. Reveals limitation of I, self-imposed, in order to play out subject, object, story, character, scene, beginning, middle, and end, chapter 1, chapter 2, chapter 3, born, eyes open, roll over, feed at the mother's breast, stand up on your crib looking out. Crib was a safety, now it is a prison. I want out. My daughter's first word was up. Now, home is refuge, and then prison, then it's school, group of friends. Then you get into sports, and then it's your school versus the other school. Cheering for the school team. Out into job and economy. Now you are a patriot, identified as a citizen in a country. Patriot is either patriotism or nationalism, different connotations of the same. Then you become citizen of the world. Then world even is a prison. And there's astrology. I'm a Virgo, I'm Aquarius. Where is, and then metaphors become the archetypes of this I and other. Sagittarius meaning not Leo. Informed, identified by your Aquarian limitation. Then you become a citizen of the solar system. So many layers of identity. The seen reveals only the seer, reveals limitation of seer, and when limitation dissolves, seer and seen are not different. In the cessation of the identification with patterns of mind you call me, this identification will fall away. Scripture will be revealed in your own heart. And then you may identify in that and prepare yourself for a holy war. But you see, your limitation does not impose a limitation on me. My limitation only supposes a limitation of you. There's no border. There is no end. The seer is without end. O adorable Lord of mercy and great, salutations and prostrations unto thee. Thou art omnipresent, omnipotent and omniscient. Thou art Satchit Ananda, existence, knowledge, bliss, absolute. Thou art the indweller of all beings. A false wall need not be torn down. Maybe one has the experience of its dissolution, but what is false was never true. Does not need you to rise to its defense or promote some version of the contents of your territory. I am is sufficient. Nothing more need be. Om Karam Bindu Samyuktam Nityam Dhyayanti Yoginaha Kamadam Mokshadam Chaiva Om Karaya Namo Namah Om Karaya. There is no progress to make in the territory. There is no merit, there's no sin, there is no karma. There is nothing to be done. Simply to be still, keep quiet, and know, and know. Maybe it's okay. Maybe it seems inaccessible or seems to come and go. This also is simply imagination. That it seems inaccessible is simply part of the border of the mind. You needn't believe it. See it as an appearance. It seems inaccessible. But there is nothing to believe. There is only to inquire. Inquire means different than question. You see, question invites an answer. Question itself is a concept, invites answer, which is also a concept. It is not inquiry. Inquiry does not seek an answer, does not seek a concept that is a salve to the angst of not knowing. One simply dissolves in the question, in a sort of surrender. What am I? This question cannot find an answer. Habit will persist. As this habit persists, know that even what am I not fortifies the boundary of I. It's a healthy process. What am I not? With a rigor of honesty and intellect, of heart. It's a healthy process. What am I not? It's called neti neti, or via negativa, or honesty. But also know simultaneously that any I am not that also is a falsity. The perceived limitation of I, this upadi, is not. It is nothing more than a concept that you believed. You believe so many things. When you were 5, you had a teddy bear you believed was your best friend. And it was true. Wasn't it? Wasn't it true? Where is it now? You've believed so many things that have been true, and some of them so precious. Some of them, well, are you British, Trinidadian? Are you Indian, Hungarian, American, European? Are you? Passport says so, yes. Border Patrol says so, yes. Are you 5 feet 10 inches and 135 pounds, born on a certain day, and are those your credentials to pass the border? Huh? You're not even masculine or feminine. Body is. Body is 5 feet 10 inches. Eyes have a color. Face has a particular form. It's given a name. It's on your passport. Body has gender, of course. But who are you? Where are you now? Real satsang is this question. Who am I? What am I? Where am I? When am I now? I've said this before. Don't bother with why. Don't bother with why. That's a rabbit hole that has no end. And this is satsang, and it's satsang while it's satsang for an hour and a half. But it is satsang whenever you are in this inquiry. Who am I? What is this? What is this I, and what is this, and what is this I's relationship with this? You see, this is nonsense to most of the world. And one might even come to satsang and hear this gibberish and say, this is not for me. Yes, it's true. Not yet. There's nothing for sale here. There's nothing to teach. There's no particular way to be. There's no name of God that is preferred in this. These things all point to an identity, a limitation that causes all the trouble. You should know there's no agenda to recruit you, and you come by your own choice and go by your own choice too, and vaya con Dios. It's no problem. Nobody will chase you. You are free, already free. It is best for you, though, if you do come on time. Otherwise, it's just another Netflix show, isn't it? I'm not interested in that. All of life actually is this way. It is what you make it, and you'll get from it what you are open to receiving. All of life is this way, not just satsang. If it's casual, then it's casual. If it's familiar, then it's familiar. It'll be exactly what you want it to be. Have you heard it said this way, that world is God. God is like a multifaceted jewel, and where you're looking from provides a sort of a dance of what you call world, and is nothing more than a reflection of where it is you're looking from. A reflective kaleidoscope. It's a tricky thing for us too, because what we're saying here is only three-dimensional, but in this reflection, all of our sense perceptions are active and everything is moving. The eye of perception is moving constantly, and the other, in the perceived, also is in movement, and so it's very convincing. It's very entrancing, mesmerizing. But fundamentally, this is all that's really happening, is that you are seeing a fractalized reflection of all of the aspects of you. And if you come to see this, now you can hack the system, so to speak, in your devotion. If you want to be free, then you make everything for your freedom. If you want to abide in heaven, then you make everything heavenly. Now, it's so easy to say, of course. Our habits are so strong. Habits of perceiver, very strong. But the world is what you make it. And not even by degree, actually. It is all very convincing. But when you clear your mind through whatever practices seem right to you, or simply by coming into inquiry and not entertaining any dancing of mind, if you come to this where the mind is clear and the heart is empty, pure. Heart is like ghee, clarified of all of the artifacts of the. You see, I don't love impure and pure because it has this connotation that will provoke shame in you, and this is not the point. I'll have to find some different vocabulary that won't trigger your confusion. That's called shame. But anyway, when the mind is clear and you are no longer dragged this way and that way by what you call your thoughts, and when your heart is empty and clear, free of the cloudy particulates of your emotional past, let's say it this way, then you will see the world as it is. And before that also you will see, it is, this inner and outer is a call and response. It's a bit of a dance. It reveals to me where it is remains some confusion, some doubt, some impurity. Not a moral impurity, but just a cloudiness, a residue of me and mine, you could say. And then when you begin to see this pattern, now you see that world, the perceived, is actually conspiring to free you from your own self, from your own habit of limitation and perception. This is the way. Okay. Who has something? Yes. Please.
Um,
Home.
One is an observation. I've been listening more, and I see sound like light. I see sound like light. Just everything is light. Now that's how I see interactions. And then the other one, I'm going to see how the inquiry is going to come. A few days ago, someone very close to me sent an insult.
Let's one thing at a time.
Okay.
No two things. Okay? Just one thing at a time. And it's good. You are saying, I am seeing sound as light. Yes. and no. The light you see is shining through the perceiver. It precedes perceiver, shines through perceiver, and now it is perceived by perceiver. It's a subtle difference, and what it will do is take you out of it. Light shines through me, you say. Light is seen, shines through me, and is seen and shines back through me. This will slowly, this geometry of light and reflection, seeing, seer, filter, object called seen, reflection, back through instrument of mind to seer. Okay? Because, yes, all manner of subtle synesthesias will happen. And the moment you identify as the one that perceives it, more trouble. You see? It's okay, and but you could now become a teacher of light language. You could map out all of the moving geometric shapes of light language, or even speak in tongues and all manner of things. And now you can be that one. But I say, no big deal. Of course, as you expand, it will expand. Yes. Perceptions will expand, but the sages will say that all of these things are distractions. All manner of elevated perceptual awareness and even what are called cities, powers of consciousness. The moment the I claims it, it will bring you off your path into a cul-de-sac that then will be the next world and the next framework of attraction and aversion and suffering. Now, nobody should be making the mistake that the questioner is the only one this is meant for. Certainly the questioner should not be thinking that we are speaking about her. And neither she nor anyone should take it personally or have anything to say in response to that. So, in this contemplation of light of awareness, animates perceiver, reflects off of perceived, and that this I, that is a me, is more of an instrument, an emptiness through which consciousness breathes, like this. What looks through you? What looks through you?
Yeah, awareness speaks to us, to me. But it doesn't. The awareness doesn't see like light. So all the other ones are fragments of the of that awareness.
Good. And what now?
Now I can maneuver or not maneuver, but life on this earth from this space um, of awareness of mindful being. That's why we really want to become free so we can live a better life. I don't know. That's why I do it.
It's good. It's good. It's good, and it works actually for this. Have you heard it said by Einstein? A problem cannot be solved by the same level of consciousness in that which it was created. So problem is created by a frequency of consciousness. It cannot be solved by the same frequency of consciousness. This means all of your troubles. Problems, in attempts to solve a problem in the same frequency of consciousness that the problem was created in, is compounding problems. Compounding problems. Solutions are compounding problems in that frequency. This is called Middle East. It's called for every action, there is an equal and opposite reaction. All of your problems, the you that you think you are, cannot solve them. It will only compound. Not just in the obvious of I step on your foot, you punch me, I punch you back, you punch me back, I punch you, boom, 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 boom. I yell at you, you yell at me, we're yelling at each other, who can be louder? This what I'm saying is not a condemnation of that, it's an invitation to drop it. Let it go. It's not working. Don't you see? Anybody who's ever been on an airplane knows exactly what it is I'm saying in the mundane. You drive in traffic, maybe late for the airplane, anxious, annoyed, maybe even in some kind of, in that anxiety, some conflict with your travel companions and with the gate agent and then you get your seat and then you take off and you see the same traffic that you arrived in. And now what? Is the traffic a problem? From here, can you see if that one simply let that one in and everybody was cooperated in some way? Can't you see it from there? It would be so easy. Isn't it true of all things, when you zoom out, all of a sudden you have a broader perspective and everything fits into place? Imagine if you're trying to do a jigsaw puzzle and you're up so close. Could you solve it? In your view, you can't see all of the pieces. You can only see 3 or 4 at a time. How long will it take you to solve the puzzle? So even when you come to grand, mystical, perceptual revelations, be glad for it. Be so grateful. Ah, Lord, thank you, thank you, thank you. And now rise above it. Whatever is seen by the perceiver can drop it, zoom out, rise above, expand your view. If you are sitting on top of a mountain and you can see all of the trails coming up, you can say, oh, that one should go left there. No, it's easier to go this way. But on the trail itself, you can't see around the corner. You don't know. Wherever it is that you think you are and where it is you think you're seeing, drop it. The spiritual ego will always claim this and that. Write a book, start teaching a class. How about this one? Read a book about Kundalini, go to a Kundalini teacher who's only ever read books about Kundalini, and now you're teaching a Kundalini yoga and you don't know what you're doing. And so many people are coming and don't also know what they're in for. You just zoom out. Don't touch it. We were on that note, we were joking. Before one of our satsangs in town, there was a Kundalini yoga class. Please be careful with this, by the way. But anyway, there was a Kundalini, and it's a very popular thing now, and you advertise for Kundalini yoga, and there were so many people that showed up. There were a good number for satsang also, but a fewer, and I was joking that we should call it Kundalini satsang. Okay, Dorina, something more?
I did not know that seeing sound like light was a big deal. I didn't think when I came to share this information, I did not know.
There's also no one who needs to explain herself. This I want you to see in this moment, not as a criticism, but as an invitation. This is not personal, my dear. Yes. So there's nothing to. It's very common. I want you all to see this actually. In the inquiry, there's a sense maybe he didn't understand where I was coming from. This would be incorrect. And so no need to clarify yourself. It isn't personal. And I want you to see that this habit will persist in so many, or maybe even some of you said, that wasn't exactly what she was asking. But you see, she isn't the she that she thinks she is also, and you, not the you that it thinks knows who she thinks she is. And this is satsang. Normally, in a webinar or something like this, it would be important to, this would be important. But I want you to see this tendency in yourself, especially when you bring an inquiry. The inquiry is submitted, even if it's in the form of some statement, and you submit the inquiry and you submit the submitter of the inquiry at the same time. Well, anyway, this is the most beneficial for you, is to be free of the you that's asking, actually. So see this tendency, we can all have it. We can see it in our daily lives, and we can see it and I want you to inquire, what is it that's so important to me that others see me how I see me? Why is it so important that I am seen by you as what I think I am? Why is what I think I am so important? Now you're really getting to the heart of the questioner, the inquirer, the seeker. And this is satsang, And oftentimes in satsang, I will either knowingly, quite often knowingly, poke you, so that you can say, ow, and know. And oftentimes unknowingly too, but so you came with two things. Is there still a second?
Maybe it is what you just said. To be seen a certain way, maybe that's what it is. And showing what I was seeing when I see interactions, exchange of energies or lights. But I think
the world will become mystical, mysterious, and wonderful to the one who empties, empties, empties. You can be so grateful for it. There is an expansiveness, a lightness, an improvisational quality to it that you might even call heaven-like. And be so grateful for it. And also just let it pass through. So much more will be revealed. And when it is revealed, be so grateful for it. You keep your attention always on the light of lights inside of your own heart, and not the reflected lights of what is seen. In this way, this is the express. The ego will always, always, always incarnate as the perceiver to claim what is seen as its own. This also is seen. Okay? All of the world, most of the world that we see as spiritual is still in this dance of identification as spiritual. It's fine, and it's a good sight, better than what preceded it. But for you, I invite you, see the perceiver of reflections. Huh? So your attention can always and forever be a single-pointed anchoring in your own heart, this indwelling Satchitananda. And if your attention is fixed here, increasingly as it is increasingly fixed here, what is seen will become so very fluid. This alone is the true refuge of the reflected I that calls itself perceiver, experiencer, like this. Okay? This one already, seeing that it is seen, the perceiver, the experience, seeing that it is seen, has no energy for promotion or defense of itself. Huh? All hiding would, the wall, the monster, all of it just, it disappears. It is seen as a mirage. Fear itself in time will also, the seed of fear will be extracted, discarded. Very good. Something more?
Now when I see her, in her, I have compassion. I don't get, I have a lot of compassion for all the fragments.
Yes, good.
And it's a nice space.
Yes.
Yeah. But we need to be reminded. Sometimes I guess the reflections, we think we are the reflection.
Yeah. I want you to know, it's for everyone, that no part of you is excluded. That it is all seen with a great compassion, actually. Even all of the really seemingly horrible things are seen with such great compassion. It is all seen, and no part of you is excluded. Nothing you've ever done is judged, actually. As long as you come willing to be seen, we can call it forgiveness, I suppose. This humility of willing to be seen completely through and through, not even a fig leaf of pretense to hide behind, completely naked and exposed. This one will surely see. The one who is not hiding, is not pretending. This one, in this humility, is completely willing to be seen And in that, in time, this one also will see. Even the you that is aware of you, that wants to hide the things that you have done or thought, or the things that were done to you, and that one is also seen with an equal mind and a wide open heart of no judgment, actually. This is the great, great power of surrender, of not hiding, not pretending. Lord, I want that you have all of me, good and bad. I am no longer running this way and that to try and avoid your gaze. Knowing also what I have done, and knowing what has been done to me, I stand in this light of awareness, not hiding. This one soon we'll see. This isn't poetry. All pretense will allow you to navigate as a pretender in the pretend. One giant tea party. But when the pretender surrenders into the light of awareness, coming completely into the light, no longer hiding in the shadow of the wall of ego, of mind, of I know, this one now, all is done. All is seen, you could say, and forgiven, let's say this. And then you will see. This is really no different than chitta vritti nirodha. Clear mind sees and is seen. Yes.
Past is, or judgment is past. Is that correct?
Yes. Even before judgment, I know. What now? In this humility, the scene can become so fluid, even disappear completely. And what is revealed was always that, only somehow hidden. And if what you see, you know it as love, then you know it as true. and this reveals itself from the place of seeing And seer and seen are not different. Very good. And it is independent, it is absolute. The object of perception is only an early indicator of what it all is. When you see from the place of not hiding, and what can be seen is revealed, know that this is not special. It is ubiquitous, omnipresent, and that is in all of this. Everything not imbued by the essence is, there's a superimposition of doubt, of I know, of judgment, but it is not different than you think. Swami Brahmananda used to do this. I'm sure it's a thing. You think that, are my glasses brown? And now are they green? You see? No. In this, not hiding, not judging, free of I know that arises in mind as past memory, free of that, mind is clear, clear mind, well, you'll just see. It's this simple. It's so simple. And yet, even the simplicity, it may also take some time for it to settle, to clarify. But any disturbance is seen as disturbance and unclear.
Thank you. It's the because thing getting harder and harder to ask questions and share in Fatsal. And he put me on one day, and I'd been fiving with it all week, and citing into the Gavan where the trying to just drop it over in a brick and not wants to the one that feels sensitive, the one that feels vulnerable, the one who wants to get loved and get it right, and I'd I don't know what I'm not sure where the inquiry is if they this is really there was this sort of share and wanted to bring this to you privately. I think there's so much I'm out bringing to you privately, and I keep shaping itself to shit and things. It was that song, and I just it's getting harder, and then saw the one who wanted to run away. Oldie. But anyhow, I'm not known to, and I don't know, and just I see, I don't see, but one is tired of being invulnerable, and tired of being scared, and tired of being fragile, and tired of caring even much for other people think alive. I I don't know. The inquiry is it just wanted to come.
Very good. This is the best inquiry. Here I am, as I am. I'm so tired of feeling vulnerable. I'm so tired of being afraid. I'm so tired of caring what you all think of me. And this one, and seeing this, and also seeing that all of your strategies haven't worked. Have only compounded the sense of fear, the sense of vulnerability, the sense of dependency on what everybody thinks of me. All of my strategies have only made it worse. Now what? There is absolute exasperation in this. And I don't want to share it with all of you because I still care what you think of me, and here I'm doing it anyway, and I'm even embarrassed to say I care what you think of me. This is inquiry. This is such a beautiful thing. This is satsang. You see, what you don't know is how much I love you. You don't know that. You also don't know how much it is seen. All of it. These two things can be very uncomfortable, you know. Being seen and being loved as you are. I'm telling you, this is how it is. I've said this before, you know. All of this peace, all of this love, it is simply the absence of judgment. So you might as well know it, however uncomfortable it is for you. Nothing is excluded. No part of you, no part of your history, no thought you've ever had, nothing is excluded. All are welcome. Probably most of you are thinking, and it's true that when we say all are welcome, you think it's all the other people coming. But you are not singular either. So all are welcome means all are welcome. There's only to come. But you see, if there is no judgment and you somehow are judging yourself, well then this is... And it's very rare. Who would dare to come be loved? Empty of all of the strategies. I mean, I suppose it feels courageous, but it isn't really, because your strategies have had no effect. If it was working, you wouldn't come here. So what's happening now is it's like you, your your heart and your mind seem to be catching up to what the inferred understanding of all of this, and then it spills out, and this is part of that very surrender that you're trying to come to do, but it's already happening. It's already happening. Like Muji would say this. I didn't really understand it, of course, but I was able to relax in it, which was that it's no more complicated than an ice cube melting in warm water. It's just that these ice cubes can jump out of the water if they choose. and do constantly. It's already happening. And you know it actually already, because there have been some conversations. One must always, even as a melting ice cube, one must review, is this what I want? Is this what I want? Because if it isn't, you should go. Nobody would try and keep you. You know? If you look over the course of your time in this, and you see this isn't what I want, then, and also in that very same retrospective, you can ask, is it better now than it was before? And in that very same, is it benefiting? Is it better? Will I stay? In this same retrospective, can you see what have you done to earn it? What have you done? Because I tell you, it's so clear to me, you've done nothing more than soften and allow. In the same retrospective, you can ask, what did Nataraj do? Maybe you will be confused about this, but I assure you, nothing is the answer. It's important you know this. What loves is the same thing that loves this me, which isn't me at all. So we say this often, but it's all the same thing. Why do you come? Presumably because it's working. What have you done in this process of a little bit happier? I tell you, nothing. You've done nothing other than soften, allow. Even the courage of stepping into the marinade or into the light of awareness to be seen, even this courage is not so courageous because the alternative is just more suffering. So it's not even really that courageous. It's just, you see, like what else to do? All of my strategies are not working. You've exhausted all possible ways to ameliorate your own condition, and then you see. But this, what you have done is inquiry. It is satsang. You have come to stand into the light of awareness. But meaning you expose yourself. If you're not doing this, it's like going to therapy and lying. It doesn't, like spending whatever, $150 a week to go to your therapist and make up stories to make yourself look better to the therapist you're paying to fix you. I did it. Yeah. Coming to satsang and hiding is the same. But anyway, we do our best, and it's fine just the way it is. But I want to say to you that came in this way, good. Early on in Muji's satsangs, they would come and say, Babaji, chop off my head. Of myself, I cannot do it. It is so much more. For a time, it's easier to do it one-on-one, but so much more powerful when you bring it to satsang. So much more powerful. You lay yourself bare through and through. Here I am. They're quite loud in the ear, these hummingbirds, when they come. Okay. Good. So now what I say is for you and all that did it with you, don't put yourself back together. Having revealed, don't conceal. Having softened, don't contract. This alone is the work. It has been exposed, it has been offered up and released. Now, don't take it back. This is the work.
Rain.
The rain is coming. Big time, he says.
No, I didn't say big time. I'm just droplets.
So, Loka samasta sukhino bhavantu. Om shanti shanti shanti. May all the beings in all the worlds step courageously out of hiding into the light. May all the beings in all the worlds receive the love. Om. Peace, peace, peace. Amen. Thank you for your sincerity. Thank you for your honesty. Monday morning, come early. If you don't, then you know something about how you come. Amen. Love you, love you.